Whoa! Whoa! Spooky! Welcome to Super Geeked. My name is Oliver. Welcome to my breakfast nook. I have got so many cool things to show you today. First of all, I have a very special guest today. Little Jackie Pumpkin Puss is here with me. Say hello, Jackie. It's almost spooky season. So we're celebrating. Of course, we celebrate spooky season year-round here at Super Geeked. It's just one of the things that gets us super geeked. Anyway, here at Super Geek, we celebrate the things that get you and us super geeked. So, without any further ado, one of the things that gets me super geeked is Record Store Day. And Record Store Day is taking place on 3 Saturdays this year instead of just the one day in April. They're doing, let's see, it was August the 29th. The next one is going to be the 26th of September, and then the last one is going to be the 28th or 29th of October. I can't remember, but that's going to wrap up there for the year. Of course, they always do Black Friday. So I have 2 awesome bags here. I have my T-Bone Records haul from actual Record Store Day, and then I have the haul from, and this is only a couple, just to kind of give you an idea, from Marley's Music in Biloxi, Mississippi, that did an online auction that night. And I, of course, was there for that because I am in, when records are being sold, I'm there. So it's one of the things that gets me super geek. So first and foremost, I'm going to start off with my T-Bone Records Record Store Day haul. I did not have a whole lot of releases this time around that I was really super geeked about, but the couple that were there were worth waiting in line a couple of hours for. So I got there bright and early. I was in the first group that got to go in, and this is what I got. So first of all, I got Bob Marley's Redemption Song, one of my favorite songs by one of my absolute favorite reggae artists, and probably pretty well known, I would say. Bob Marley is widely known for his reggae. There are a lot of reggae artists that deserve the same notoriety, but Bob Marley, he definitely earned it. So, you know, I can't knock that. But Redemption Song is probably one of my favorites. Definitely a hard-hitting song. You got Redemption Song on side A, and then you've got the band version on side B, as well as I Shot the Sheriff recorded live. So that was definitely a fan favorite there. So the next one I have is the Black Crowes Lions. Now this was released earlier in the 2001 sort of range. They re-released it with pink colored vinyl. It's a beautiful record. It's got the, you know, the 3-eyed lion there on the front, and then of course you got pictures of the band. And let me show you that vinyl really fast before we move on. Beautiful pink vinyl there. I'm a sucker for color vinyl. I really always have been, but this is a great band. I'm definitely a huge fan of the Black Crowes. Have been since I first heard them back in the 80s with Shake Your Moneymaker. So that was all I got from T-Bone Records. Now, I have a haul here from, as I said, the auction they did that night, that Saturday night at Marley's Music in Biloxi, Mississippi, which is relatively new. They're so young, they didn't have time to participate, to get in their application to participate in Record Store Day, but they are pending. So hopefully, if they get to do it, September will be fantastic. September and October, they should be able to participate by then. But definitely for sure next year. But these are great guys. You know, they go on Facebook and they do an auction live on Facebook, and it's so much fun. It's really, you know, the camaraderie with everyone there that's bidding. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to take you through what I got with them there. The first one is Rough and Rowdy Ways. This is Bob Dylan's latest album. I kind of got excited about that because, you know, this is new material from Bob. He always, Bob Dylan's always a good go-to. I love the back cover here. It's Murder Most Foul. It's got a picture of JFK. You've also got on the inside. You got these great photos, and this is also color vinyl as well. I'll show you that really fast. I know I've got kind of a lot to go through, but you've got some great imagery. This is why I love records. You don't get this with digital music. You don't get all the great imagery with that. Not to mention the pleasurable aesthetic of seeing this on your turntable. Isn't that cool? That gold vinyl. Okay, I've got the Righteous Brothers here. This is their greatest hits. This has got You've Lost That Love and Feeling, Unchained Melody, The White Cliffs of Dover. I mean, this is good stuff, folks. I love a good greatest hits album because you get the best songs by that artist on one record instead of, you know, like having to buy a whole huge stack of records. And, you know, judging from this, I'm not one to complain about buying a huge stack of records, right? So the next one is a very underrated David Bowie record. It's Lodger. This is from '79. Lodger is a great, I love, it's like a gatefold, but there you go. You got David with his smashed nose, and some great photos on the inside of the gatefold as well. That's Lodger, very underrated album, very, very good if you're a Bowie fan. This one I've been looking for quite some time, and I finally found one. It's the Rolling Stones Sticky Fingers, and the thing that I love most about this is it has a working zipper. This is one of the infamous zipper covers for an album that, you know, was kind of banned in some countries. I know Portugal had an alternate cover there and everything, but if you want to see what's behind the zipper, buy your own copy. The next I've got Billie Holiday's Greatest Hits. Now here again, another greatest hits. You can't go wrong with Billie Holiday. I don't care if you know what you buy. If it's Billie Holiday, it's good. Get it, buy it, take it home, listen to it over and over again. It's fantastic. You cannot go wrong with that velvety Billie Holiday voice. You just can't. Victoria would agree with me on that. She's a huge Billie fan. Next I've got Donovan. I'm a big Donovan fan. This is Donovan's Greatest Hits. This has got some great stuff on it. Sunshine Superman, Hurdy Gurdy Man, Colors, there's a Mountain, Season of the Witch. Great songs by a great artist. Probably I am a little partial because he's from Scotland. However, he's a great musician as well. A little bit psychedelic, but definitely interesting stuff. Gotta love Donovan. This one is all about nostalgia for me. This is another greatest hits album. It's the Monkees. It's more of the Monkees. And I love the Monkees. I love this record in particular because my sister and I, when we were kids, my mom had a copy of this on LP. And we got a little Fisher-Price record player, our first record player when we were kids. And we wore that thing out. But we also wore this record out on that player, so this was always on there. We loved it so much, so it's a little piece of nostalgia. I had to get that one. Next, I got Sly and the Family Stone. Greatest Hits. Another greatest hits by another fantastic band. This has one of my all-time favorite Sly and the Family Stone songs on it. Everyday People is a favorite of mine. I love it so much. I would vote for it to be our national anthem. So next I've got Redbone. Redbone. Who knows about Redbone? Redbone is, they called themselves the first indigenous, I think they said Native American rock band. Indigenous is the popular term now, but nevertheless, whatever you want to call them, they're fantastic. That's what I call them. Most of you will probably be familiar with them from the song "Come and Get Your Love" from Guardians of the Galaxy. It was very prominent in the movie, also on the soundtrack. It's a great song, but that song's not on this record, but everything they do is just fantastic. They're a really, really underrated band. I think they deserved a lot more hype for what they did, but what can you do? Next, I've got Madonna, Like a Virgin. This is from when Madonna was young, and I probably shouldn't say anymore, should I? It's from when Madonna was young. This was her second album, and then I've also got Madonna's first album here, self-titled Madonna. Look at that. She was so beautiful and not quite so jaded. Sorry, Madonna. And last but not least, and this, I'm telling you, this record blows my mind. Every time I listen to it, it blows my mind. So I've got Jimmy Page and the Black Crowes. Now, full transparency, I am not a Led Zeppelin fan. I have never really been huge on Led Zeppelin. However, I do appreciate what they did musically by taking blues and heavy rock music and blending them together so well that they were seamless. And, you know, the Black Crowes were also one of those bands that brought the bluesy, heavy rock music back in sort of in vogue in the 80s, in the late 80s and early 90s, and they did it so well. So this is a match made in heaven right here when you got Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin and the Black Crowes doing Led Zeppelin songs. And then of course they have a couple of other, you know, old blues songs as well that are just phenomenal. Whenever I asked Joey at Marley's Music, he's one of the owners, whenever I asked him about this record, I said, what can you tell me about this record? He said, the only thing I can tell you is play it loud. And you can't help but play it loud. When you put this record on, it's live at the Greek. It is so good. I just cannot say enough about how awesome this record is. If you don't have this, go get it. If you don't want to spend the money on the vinyl or don't want to get the CD or whatever the case may be, digital, find it on digital. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. It's so good. It will blow your mind, especially if you're a Zeppelin fan or a Black Crowes fan. So that's all I have in my bags. It was a good record store day. It was fantastic. I can't wait for September. September, there's a lot more releases that I'm looking forward to, and Victoria and I are going to do a video on that one. So in the meantime, you guys stay safe out there. Wear a mask. If you like this video, leave us a comment down below. If you would, please subscribe. We'd love to have you subscribe. Let us know what you want to see more of, and we'll stay on that. We love you guys. Stay safe. One love. We'll see you next time.